Hello, and welcome. If you're watching this, then you're someone who has lived, truly lived, through the triumphs and tears of love, long marriages, the hospital bedside vigil, the hopeful hospital discharge, and yes, even the scary headline that sparks 1,000 rumors. Today we bring you a story that will move you, surprise you, and, yes, shock you. A story of heartache, courage, truth, and redemption. Because when the one you love stands at the hospital bed, and the world hears a voice that refuses to be silent, that's when love becomes bigger than headlines. We're talking about Mark Consuelos and his wife, Kelly Ripa. A couple many of us have felt we've grown up with. Today, they are showing something unexpected. Something we didn't see coming. Stick with me. Because by the end, you'll see why love rumors, heartbreak in hospital corridors, and a bold declaration from the bedside matter to you, perhaps more than you ever imagined. Every once in a while, a whisper becomes a thunderclap. For Mark and Kelly, the whisper began in the hospital corridors. A loved one fallen ill. Tears, monitors, doctors. And then the rumor mill spun. Was there more going on than just illness? Was there a fissure in their decades-long partnership? Now, many of you have lived this, the waiting, the anxious glance at medical charts, the question in your heart, will things ever be the same? It's in that fragile moment that love and fear collide. For Mark, it was more than fear. It became a bold moment. A moment when he refused to let the speculation define them. He didn't just whisper. He spoke. Loudly. From that hospital bed-adjacent moment, he said something that stunned Kelly and stunned the headlines. Because sometimes when the world expects silence, the bravest thing is to speak. But what did he say? And why did its echo last for days? Pause, we'll get to that in a moment, but first, let's rewind to how this couple got here. Back in the 1990s, on a daytime soap set, two actors met. Kelly Ripa, a rising star. Mark Consuelos, new, hungry, talented. They worked together on All My Children. In the midst of scripted romance, real romance crept in. Kelly once said that the casting director is the reason that Mark and I are married. You see, for many of us who've walked down decades of a path together, it's not just the big moments, but the small ones. A hallway glance, a quiet hello, how are you, a shared lunch. That's how their journey truly began. From that beginning they married in 1996, built a home, raised 3 children, weathered storms and sunshine. And through it all, we as their audience felt connected. Because their love story mirrored ours, bold, imperfect, enduring. So when rumors hit, it wasn't just about Mark and Kelly, it felt personal. Because we believed in them. We wanted to believe. And that brings us to the next turn. The hospital bed is a silent stage. A place where love is loud not in words, but in presence. Where one partner holds the hand of another through fear, pain, uncertainty. Mark and Kelly found themselves in that space. Not necessarily because of headline dramatic illness, but because life happens. Medical visits, health scares, the unknown. According to reports, Mark and Kelly shared heartbreaking news about saying goodbye to their beloved dog Chewy at age 17. A moment of grief the couple openly acknowledged. And although that's a pet loss, the hospital vibe, the grief, the waiting, is universal. For couples who've been together long, you know the hospital bed is where partnership is tested. Where love either folds or strengthens. In Mark's case, I want you to imagine, the monitors beep, the world is on pause, and he chooses not to shrink. He chooses to speak. For their love. For their truth. That's when the whispers begin. Because when you stand and speak in those moments, the world leans in. And here's the cliffhanger. What exactly did Mark say that made headlines? Coming up. In that moment near hospital corridors, Mark issued a declaration. A statement so clear, so full of love, that Kelly was stunned, the media took notice, and the rumor mill spun into overdrive. According to recent reports, Mark revealed that he felt agonizing when he and Kelly briefly separated, an experience he said he never wanted to feel again. He recalled a moment that led him to spontaneously propose to her, realizing she was the one only after he lost her. Now, you might ask, how does this tie into hospital beds and tragic rumors? Because what he said in that vulnerable moment wasn't about the separation decades ago, it was about choosing her every single day. In front of pain.